Hey, hi guys, welcome back. All right, so this is going to be a today's love tarot, and I feel like using a deck that has some duality to it. I don't know why, but I feel like we need two halves of the same coin. Okay, so we start out with a Nine of Cups upright, followed by a Five of Wands, also in the upright position. Well, this is actually awesome. First off, we have somebody who could be a about to receive a bouquet of flowers by way of appreciation or admiration or reward. I feel like somebody is giving a presentation, or they're um, like a singer who's having roses thrown at their feet. But somebody could be receiving recognition for a job well done, and that makes them feel really, really good inside. Could be a feminine, voluptuous, beautiful, kind of strawberry blonde hair. It appears that somebody is actually having a really amazing day, and as clear as a pathway in their mind. They go, wow, I feel really good about me. I feel really good about where I'm at, about the things I've chosen to do, about the things I've fought for. I've just confirmed I'm on the right path. That's a wonderful confirmation. To receive some kind of, like gift or award is a lovely confirmation that it's a job well done. We have the Hanged Man, and we have the Knight of Wands. The time for any kind of delay is over. The time for forward motion is here. The time for, again, it's just confirmation after confirmation that a character is very close to achieving a massive goal in their life. Now, this could be that someone's life plans seem to be rolling out in front of them, as perfectly as, if you roll out a red carpet and it's like, oh my God, that went perfect. And all I have to do is walk down the red carpet. Everything is in alignment. This feels like the pathway to, success. But it's also the pathway where if a character's dreams, and I'm going to say it's a feminine, whose hopes, wishes, and dreams are starting to really fall into place thanks to their hard work, they are aware that because they're having success and because they're making the right choices, and it doesn't mean that it's success that didn't come at a cost, right? They could have had setbacks, they could have had hurdles, but they've overcome them one after another, and they can really see their progress now. That is a confirmation that they might also be moving the right direction to perhaps meet the love of a lifetime. Maybe there's a Pisces out there. Maybe they've gotten over someone that they used to kind of feel like they were waiting on or delaying. Like, I wonder when I'll meet the right person, or I wonder if that person will be back in my life. Our character has moved beyond any of those questions because everything in their life is mapping out in such a great way that is kind of answering those questions. They're not wondering if life is going to work out. Life is working out, and that will probably translate into many different things. Two of Wands is here, but this Two of Wands is in the deficit position. So normally we would have choices on what to do in life. This to me feels like once upon a time, our character did not think that they had many choices to make. And somehow, some way, they kind of fought through it, they struggled through it, and they've made their life a success. They can clearly remember where they came from. They can remember a time when they felt disempowered, a time when they didn't feel like they had options in front of them. And I think that's such a meaningful place to be in. What I feel like is we're describing a feminine who is kind of taking a deep breath and saying, you know what? I'm making it. I'm making stuff work. Things are coming together. And I remember it didn't always feel like this, but man, it does now. And that's such a, like, her heart is, okay, so I'm hearing that song right now by Mumford and Sons, I will wait for you, which I think is actually more of a religious song, but it could have a meaning for like romance and relationship as well. But it definitely has religious connotations. Beautiful song. Love Mumford and Sons. But I feel as if she's saying so many things are already such a blessing in her life. And so additional wonderful things her life and career are going well, but she hasn't quite met that romantic partner yet. She's like, yeah, but that's up ahead too. I remember a time in my life when nothing was going well, but I struggled through and I've made myself a success. And now I also believe that there's probably a lot more good up ahead for me, and I'm willing to wait for the best because it's worth it to work towards stuff, or it's worth it to, even if there's going to be delays, but the payout at the end is going to be something wonderful. Totally worth it to wait for that. Okay, that's really lovely energy. Look at this. We got a Two of Cups and we have a Four of Cups, and a Four of Cups in the positive position, not the deficit. There is no missed opportunity for this feminine. There is a Two of Cups on the horizon for her. There is a someone who will approach her and their heart will be open and it will be light and it will be loving. Masculine or feminine is irrelevant, but whomever is her very true match that she is absolutely, I'll say waiting for, but I don't mean that she's sitting there twiddling thumbs, waiting for someone that she already knows to finally come toward her. No, no, she's progressing in her life. She knows she's on the right path. And when she meets the Two of Cups, it'll be the right time. She's willing to not say yes to the wrong person just to have, company. She's very trusting that she'll know the right person when she sees them. Now, could she already know who this Two of Cups is? We don't know. Let's take a look at that. Seven of Wands. My impression is no. My first impression is no, but let's get one more. Seven of Wands it's struggles. It's somebody who could be in a state of struggle. Five of Pentacles. Let me put it this way. She has had significant hurdles in her own life to overcome. It would reason that her Two of Cups, somebody who matches her, who's, like the essence of who they are, they too could have lived a life similar to hers. It appears that they may still be in a state of some struggle where she's overcome some of hers. I don't know that she knows this person, but it does look like they are still working on overcoming a deficit. Maybe they've had a couple failed relationships. They haven't met the right person yet either. Well, of course not. They haven't met her yet. Once again, she does have blonde or strawberry blonde hair. They may have dark hair. It doesn't have to be. Let me go again. Ace of Pentacles. They had dark hair here too, just as a side note. They're needing to kind of get to a point where they are ready to move forward from some kind of obstacles in their life. And part of their obstacles that they have to overcome could have to do with maybe they think they suck at relationships. Maybe they've had a couple of failed ones. Maybe they've still been, kind of like knocking their head going, okay, what did I do wrong? How did I pick wrong? What did I do to end up getting left or hurt? They didn't do anything wrong. This fives and sevens are numbers of change. Going through things, even unpleasant things, sometimes helps a character develop as a person, helps them change the things that they need to in their life, so that then they say, I fully embrace doing things totally different. I want my life to feel different. I want everything to look different. I want to take different action. They had to get to that point, and they're just a little bit behind her. In this story, I feel like this is a Two of Cups that hasn't met, but they're on this like collision course. But she moved a little faster, so it's kind of like they're about here, and they need to just get a few more things done so then they can meet her at just that perfect point in time. She's aware of this. She's trusting in this. Let me just ask, what has the universe got to say about this? I mean, maybe these two know each other, but that's just not the way it looks to me. This looks like she's in a really confident space. She is trusting that her person is out there, and she'll meet her person when the time is right. The universe says, Princess of Wands, she is definitely on a journey, first off. She got a very loyal heart. Now, the Princess of Wands or Princess of Staves in this deck would be, in any other deck, the Page of Wands. So it's kind of like this new spark. It's the it's kind of an exciting new beginning to a journey, which is ironic because we had her at a 9 of Cups, which is, we feel like, well, that's not a new journey. But it is if she just now became aware of how happy she is, if she just now became aware of, you know what, I'm I've made good choices. In truth, I've had obstacles. I remember how tough my life was. I remember how disempowered once upon a time I was, but now I'm so sure that things are working out. Like I'm going the right way. So that is a new journey because it's a new thought process. Maybe it's the first time she's been really happy in a long time. She has a very loyal heart, and that's an amazing thing. For her to continue on that path is awesome. Meanwhile, we do still have, I'm going to say this is probably her 2 of Cups, that is currently in a 9 of Swords, which is great because they're coming up to a completion. There's a lot of stress, which would make sense for them, but they're about to have a breakthrough, right? They're blocked, they're in a deficit position, but they're about to say, I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and sad. They're about ready to make a change. The 9 of Swords, all we need is one more, and they're finally going to be done with some stress. So it's like they're almost at a completion. She's at a brand new beginning. They will join her once they complete something. They'll be walking through the garden gate and they'll be ready for the brand new beginning as well. So these two are not, they're not far off from meeting. This is coming up really soon in this storyline for these fictional characters, Hierophant. And this is like Pythia. So Pythia was the Oracle of Delphi, and it was said that she sat on like a 3-legged stool, and she would have the god Apollo would come and whisper in her ear, and historical figures came and spoke to her. Alexander the Great, a lot of warlike historical figures would come and ask advice. Will my strategy yield results? Will this campaign be successful? Um, but it was later one hypothesis, and I don't know what has been the final outcome, but one hypothesis was that she was actually kind of like inhaling the toxic fumes of methane from the fissure of the earth there. I have been to Delphi a couple times in my life. Beautiful, beautiful, really steep, like terraced mountainside, um, an ancient city, and it's remarkable. But that's just a side note. This is our Oracle of Delphi. And what we see here is the Oracle and a couple of other priestesses. And, they have this bowl here that maybe we could consider as for scrying, like, looking into a crystal ball and seeing into the future. But she doesn't have to. She can look into the future anyway. There's an element of mysticism on this Hierophant card. There's an element of seeing into the future. There's an element of, prediction for these two characters. And so the universe's message in this fictional story is that these characters are on a very close trajectory to meeting. One has to wrap something up, and she kind of walked through the garden gate first. But the universe is having a hand in, like, if they listen to their higher selves, they will absolutely find each other. They're on that path already. They will be there soon. Maybe they'll meet somewhere in Greece. Or maybe the Oracle of Delphi is, something that one of them is familiar with or likes. Or maybe there's, like I said, one of the symbols associated with Pythia. It could also be serpents, but also the 3-legged stool. Maybe somebody sits on a stool, I don't know, at work, or bar stool or something, maybe somebody likes to talk to a wise individual or a mentor or somebody, and they call that person their oracle. Maybe there's some other connection here. But the bottom line is we've got, it almost feels like these two are kind of a past life connection, and they've been looking for each other in this lifetime too, and they really haven't been super happy because they've still been looking for the right connection and haven't been able to find it. But the trick was they both had to go ahead and get kind of happy in themselves first, and then that'll put them on the right path to encounter each other. But they did both need to, well, she definitely had to find her personal empowerment and happiness. They seem to need to walk away from, what's blocking them and walk through that new garden gate and choose something better for themselves. And it seems like these two souls, as soon as they do that, that's how they encounter one another. There's no missed opportunity. It's that these two haven't arrived at the point of meeting each other yet. They haven't bypassed each other. It doesn't matter what age these characters are. They both come across as a little bit more mature in age to me. This could be a Two of Cups relationship that meets, when they're in their 50s. And it's like, oh my God, my whole life I've been looking for you, but I didn't know where you were. I didn't even know you were what I was looking for. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a very sweet story. And I love the fact that the future is the best part, and that's what's still up ahead for these two. But the immediate future in this story, this is coming up really soon. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. As always, I appreciate you guys. Take care. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.